Hey folks, my name is Stephen. And for most people, the idea of owning a piece of real estate in downtown Vancouver is about as realistic as stumbling across a glorious chandelier hanging from this here bridge. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at everything you need to know about living in the hustle and bustle of Vancouver City. So if you like some questionable puns, some A1 fashion choices, obviously not by me, then make sure you stay watching because it's time for another episode of Realtors. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to put on your driving gloves and get ready for a tour of Yaletown. We'll be joined by the lovely Chantal Vignola as she takes us on a journey through the Beach District and beyond. We'll make the obligatory stop at David Lamb Park to get to know Chantal a little bit better. And finally, we'll make our way back to the centre of the Beach District to take a gander at one of Chantal's luxury properties. We are here with Chantal Vignola with the Brand Real Estate Group here in Vancouver.
Hi guys, how you doing? How you doing, Stephen?
We are doing good. Chantal, where are you taking us today?
We are going to go for a drive around the Beach District.
Amazing, which is all...
Basically, it's a subsection of Yaletown. And so when the Vancouver House was built, we have sort of separated Beach District off from a part of Yaletown. And it's a new neighborhood that I really want to sell a lot of properties in and introduce you to.
Amazing, can't wait to see it.
Great, let's take a look.
Let's go.
So the Beach District is relatively new because it started with the Vancouver House, which is a building by West Bank. And it was under construction for about 10 years. So the Beach District is sort of the westerly side of Yaletown. Yaletown, in my opinion, if you say, I'm from Yaletown, I live in Yaletown, I'm like, where?
Yeah, because Yaletown just stretches all the way across.
Yeah, exactly. So currently there's only 4 subsections of downtown. So you've got Yaletown, downtown, Cole Harbour, and the West End. But now that the city is getting more condensed, it's going to be broken off into certain subsections.
Oh, okay. So Yaletown itself is going to be fragmented.
Exactly. So currently we're working with the entertainment district is where the new casino is and where Rogers Arena and the BC Place is. And so that's kind of the entertainment district. Then there's the heritage part of Yaletown. Then there's Marina Side district, which is down here in front of us on Marina Side. And then we have the Beach District, which is going to be behind us. So generally when I'm working with clients and they're selling property in the Beach District, it kind of starts here. So right now we're on Homer Street and we're about to hit Beach Avenue, which would sort of be the beginning of the Beach District. The idea of the Beach District is that you can walk to English Bay Beach, which is one of the best beaches in the city, and you're on Beach Avenue. And also there's new retail and commercial and grocery in this neighborhood. So currently we're on Beach Avenue now. So this is called King's Landing. It's one of the better buildings in the Beach District.
Game of Thrones, King's Landing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful building, kind of entry level at about $1,800 a foot facing north. And now this is George Wainborn Park, which is an amazing, beautiful waterfront park. There's a leash open area, so really good for dog owners.
Which is amazing because dogs and that kind of dog life is so big here. Like everyone has a dog. Like there's two right there.
Yeah, exactly. Later we're going to be coming to this building, which is where I'm going to show you one of our properties that's on the market. So now we're sort of coming down Beach Avenue and we're hitting the new Beach District. So this is the Granville Street Bridge. This is this new very cool spinning chandelier. So here is kind of where the Beach District ends. So we're on Beach and Howe. And this is the Vancouver House here on the right. I think it's 60 stories. Pretty cool architectural building. And then you've got all of this commercial, retail, and then the Fresh Street Market on the corner. Also included in the Beach District is the Pacific by Grosvenor. And this is a brand new luxury tower as well. The idea is that you have those big views looking over English Bay Beach. And so it incorporates that beach style living. So you can walk down to the seawall.
Oh, okay.
You can be west facing.
They're building a little mini community here that you can actually kind of stay around as opposed to have to go downtown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a passion for real estate, whether it's by being in the business or not. I love where I live and I know the buildings really well. So it's fun for me to play with it. I feel like such a nerd, but it's where my passion's at. you just have to look around. I mean, you're 2 minutes to walk to all the restaurants of Yaletown in the heritage sort of area. So it's not like you're far from anything. You're within the city. It's just a pocket within a neighborhood. And I would have stayed down in the city if I didn't have kids. I mean, it's still a great place to raise kids. It's just I have too many of them, two boys. So needed a
Multiple
bit more
dens.
space. Exactly, multiple dens is right. So I've been working with this graphic designer to put together this interactive map for realtors, for buyers, for tourists, so that they can see from an aerial view exactly where they are and break down these little neighborhoods. So now we'd be more in the Marina Side district. This is the Marina Side down here, and David Lamb Park.
So we're still on the beach district.
Yes.
We're out of the car.
Yes.
And this is what we get. This water, this seawall, this walk. This is what you're talking about. This is what this place has to offer.
Absolutely. And if you go west down the seawall here, you're going to hit English Bay Beach. And so the beach district encompasses that feeling of living on the beach.
And living on the beach is something that I think people take for granted in Vancouver. Like you did grow up in Yaletown.
I did.
What was that experience like growing up in a city that over the last 20 years, it's kind of exploded?
Absolutely. These buildings were not here. This was all completely industrial. And so being someone who's grown up in the city and see it transition and grow up around us or build up around us has been really, really cool to see.
What would you, who has this history of this environment, what would you like to see go in next?
The Stanley Park district is coming next, and that's those two lots that are being developed on Georgia Street after you come out of the Stanley Park and into the city. And that whole neighborhood is going to be transformed. So I'm really excited to see what the Stanley Park district offers us next. That's right by probably the biggest park after Central Park. It's the second largest park in North America.
No way.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, maybe Google that. But
It's a fact check.
fact check. But to see that neighborhood come alive is going to be super exciting for me.
Is there anything that you'd like to see go in there? Like, would you like, you know what, we need a new
Hotel.
hotel?
Yes.
Really?
Vancouver is low on their hotels. And I think that now that the Four Seasons is closed, they really need to step up our hotel game in Vancouver.
So one of the things I am very interested in is why people become realtors, why they get into real estate and why they stay in it. Because I think we've heard that the drop-off rate is like 87% in the first 2 years.
I believe it for sure.
Yeah.
I got into residential real estate. Both my parents were in the commercial world, so I kind of grew up in that real estate environment. And then we moved a lot. You know, like I can start pointing out buildings that we've lived in, literally over there at Falls Creek, King's Landing. And so it kind of became part of who I was, is, you know, being in different spaces. And I really enjoyed it. And my stepdad, who's passed away, bless his heart, you know, when I thought I was getting into real estate, and he was like, yeah, and then, you know, show me how you'd show them the kitchen. I'm like, and here's the kitchen, and here's the living room. Anyway, I just love it. It's just kind of now become who I am. But I love my city. And so why not put those two pieces together? But yes, it's very hard to get started in this industry. So I've been selling real estate in Vancouver for 15 years now, but the drop-off rate is, if you make it past your first 5 years, then you're pretty golden.
Wow.
But most people don't. It's expensive and time-consuming to get going. You need some money in the bank to get off your feet, and you have to know the product.
Yeah,
How
which
can
obviously helps when you grew up here. Like
Yeah.
you're talking about all these places, and even you saying like, oh, I lived here, I lived here, I lived
Yeah.
here. You know it inside
I know
and out.
it inside and out. And so that helps me when I'm talking to clients that want to buy or sell something in downtown Vancouver, for the most part, on the North Shore as well, because I know what I'm selling.
Yeah.
But it is a tough industry to break into. So I'm really grateful that I've made it this far in my career. If you're born here, you want to stay here. I mean, if you move here and get a taste of what the city has to offer, it's hard to leave thereafter, right?
Yeah.
And Vancouver real estate has become such a great way to make money for people. I mean, you just have to get into the market and stay in the market, and usually you're going to do pretty well. I mean, 15 years in this industry, and everyone's still talking about the big crash of the Vancouver market, but I haven't seen it.
Okay.
You know, for sure in the States, in 08, there was that big crash. We, you know, felt the brunt of that, but, you know, it wasn't catastrophized the way that people think it might end up, right? It's held its value. Vancouver's held its value.
Yeah, and I think which will in turn also see more commercial interests in the city.
Correct.
Another Earls, another Cactus Club, because you worked in those growing up, right?
Yes, I was an Earls girl, still am, through and through. I love Earls and I love the company.
Joey's, walk past Cactus, straight to Earls.
They have a great business model, great food, great people. And at my company, the Brand Real Estate Group, is also about great people. Great people, great real estate.
Great people, great real estate.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of tattoo motto, isn't it? Like,
boom!
Yeah. And also, just for full disclosure, you now have some of the Fuller family as clients.
I do, yeah. So I've been working with them for a while. They've been very, very good to me, and I, it's a very good relationship. They taught me everything I know, and the customer relationship that you build when you're in the restaurant industry is transferable to the relationships that you have with your clients in real estate. And I think, I know that a lot of successful realtors have a career in the restaurant industry prior. So it's a great way to learn some skill.
We are going to go view a property now.
Yes.
That you've lined up for us.
Yes.
That's in the Beach District.
Correct. It's a listing of ours. It's a sub-penthouse with a 1,600 square foot patio, which is super, super rare in the city. My clients have owned it since pre-sale, and they've completely renovated it. She's a designer. It's a pretty special place.
And I've heard there's some of the best views in the city up here.
Oh, you're gonna love them.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We are here at a penthouse in the Beach District. Talk to me a little bit about the space itself and who might the potential buyer be for a place like this?
Yeah, this is one of our listings at the Beach District. We have this property exclusively for $7 million. 3 bedroom, 4 bathroom, 2,900 square foot inside plus the 1,600 square foot outside. And you have an incredible English Bay view. You're right in the heart of the Beach District. This place is irreplaceable, and it's been completely renovated by a designer. So it's property you're not gonna find anywhere else.
It's something unique about it.
Extremely unique. Who's gonna buy it? So if you have a house on the west side or a house in West Vancouver or anywhere really in Vancouver, and you really wanna live in the Beach District or in the city for that matter, but you don't wanna give up your yards, you don't wanna give up your outdoor space, this is the right property for you because you don't have to sacrifice losing all your outdoor space because you have 1,600 square feet of patio space here.
Which I think we need to see. So this is what you come to the Beach District for.
Absolutely. This panoramic feeling of just wow. I mean, wow. So it's completely unobstructed, so you can sit here, take in the sunsets.
This is what it'd be like just casually living here?
Yes.
Sipping your morning mimosa?
Absolutely. Morning mimosa, afternoon tea, whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
Because you're really going to get the sun all the way around here. That's what's so special about this. And you're also getting this irreplaceable outdoor space. Most people that move to the city have a really hard time giving up their outdoor space. And in this scenario, you really don't have to do that.
Chantal, thank you so much for having us today.
My pleasure, thank you.
It has been amazing seeing the Beach District. We really, really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gazing out over the city I call home, it struck me how rare it was to find somewhere as special as Vancouver. Mountains above, beaches below, random chandeliers dotted around. Really is one of a kind. Just like Chantal, whose passion for the city is contagious. And it's hardly surprising when you realize that she grew up in the thick of it. I don't know what Vancouver has in store for us over the next few years, but what I do know is no matter where this city is heading, if Chantal can't make you fall in love with it, no one can.